Hi, Kathy Vick, Deeply Awake, and I have a few things to say. I've been doing some very interesting videos today, and I don't believe that I'm going to be publishing any of them, but I do have a couple things to say before I bring them through. I'm really, overall, I'm really having a much better go of it these days, and that's sort of the point of all the work and all the foundation laying, and I'm aware of that, but I'm still getting used to it, and it's different than it used to be energetically. It just is a different reality. Things are coming to me differently, and I just feel different. So that's Rosie's tale. It's a good kind of different. It just means that I feel like I have at other times when I wasn't so dead inside. There was a period where I was just going through a lot of work, and it took a lot of effort to get out of that hole. It really did, and it was a deep, deep, deep dark one. And it extends all the way back to about, 98. So it's really okay to sort of be, I feel like in a way I feel like I did prior to 98, and yet I have all the obligations and trappings of 2016. Isn't that interesting? I've lived all this time, and in a way I feel brand new. So it's been a really great morning, and it's been a really great few days for some self-esteem stuff. Long time coming. And part of it, has to do with just, again, it's got nothing to do with any kind of relational stuff or anything really. It's all just a cauldron of change. And so this is part of the reason why I value the friends I have in my life with these really super stable lives, and that are happy or turning happy. It's really great to see, because stability is a really awesome thing, and it's something that I don't know a lot about. I mean, I'm really glad I have this 30 years experience as a nurse and and all that to point to. Yeah, I'm not unstable, I'm not unsturdy. Look at. But there's a part of me that's always been, just very mobile, I guess. And it's that part that is becoming more and more activated. I worked at a bookstore yesterday, and I did a couple of readings, and I met some really amazing people. And I was treated so nice and so good. Oh, so lovely. Oh, it was just amazing. It's really nice to walk into that community and really feel like I'm not low man student. I don't know what direction is up, and I don't know anything, and will you teach me? It's so nice to walk in with my identity intact. And my spiritual identity was not intact before. So maybe that's what is happening, is just this feeling of intactness. But no buts. No buts. So I want to channel, and I was asked yesterday, well, how do you switch so fast? Like, well, I don't know. I do it. I don't know. I mean, they're always around. They're part of me. It's really a hard thing to explain, though, because I have some situations that I behave so I can't say certain words, so dumb in. I'm so not advanced in certain areas, and these are the areas, of course, that are brought to my attention for fun, I guess. That's what I'm learning. So I've been really focusing on all the things I don't do very well, and really not seeing the things I do great. And then to be around people who see that I'm doing some things really great, that I might not even recognize that are just part of me. It helps. It does also help to have friends who are so freaking awesome. Oh, I'm so super blessed. I have the most amazing friends, and I'm feeling so much better because of it. And there's just nothing like it. To simply be met and to be loved and to be a really high option in someone's life who I value so, so, so highly, and who is not shy about telling me how much they value me. It's just, and I see by behavior how much that value is there. And I can't get enough, in a way. And I'm not greedy, but it just feels so good to finally have a fucking friend. Somebody who is a lot like another friend I had a long time ago, who isn't around now, but doesn't matter, because I have a new friend who is like a continuation. And there's nothing like a friend to help me know that my life is a justified one, that I have a place here. Sure, I can tell myself that all day long in my apartment all by myself with my cats. You bet. And I can have a team come in and explain how and why. And I can lay bricks one by one through essay work and shift work and all kinds of work to prove that I am justified in my existence. Or I can sit for 5 minutes with someone whose heart I share and who loves me and who shows me that by decloaking. I'm in heaven. That is heaven. That, to me, is heaven on earth. And that's why I've grieved so much when I've lost these kind of people. It one through death, and a couple through estrangement, and one through complete and utter abandonment. Me, not her. And so yeah, it matters to me. The people matter so much. And what I was told for years in my head, once in a while, I would get it really, really, really strong. Your problem, Kathy, what's causing all of these problems, is you think you don't matter. If you thought you mattered, you wouldn't be having these problems. Pew, they'd go away. And then I would have just insurmountable evidence proving that I didn't matter. And I would continue with that pattern. And it's really not okay. I mean, I have a son. Of course I matter. I have friends. Of course I matter. I have a dad and a sister. Of course I matter. But I just didn't see it. I couldn't really believe it. And is that a veil? Is that disbelief? Is that this doubt that I'm becoming more and more and more convinced is the dark, the absence of light? Isn't doubt itself the absence or suggested absence of redemption, of truth, of being justified? I think it's consciousness. What can't I do if I believe I can? If I know, it's not belief. And I've said that over and over and over again. There's some things that I don't believe. I know. I know where I'm going. I know who and what I am. Because I know what I become. And I am that already. So I have to conduct myself in a certain way, because I am that. And it's up to me to know what that is. I don't wish to share that. I've done it a couple times, and that's enough. But I know where I'm going. So, and it's not a belief. Oh, I think one day I'm going to be like a writer someday. People might like me. No. No. It's not like that. So, knowing all of that, and getting a glimpse now and then, because, I don't know, somehow my lungs feel bigger. I can take a deeper breath now and then. I get a glimpse of what I've created, how far I've come, what I think about, what I love, who I love, why I love, how deeply I love, and all of the subjects that I have mastered and know. It is quite spectacular. That's all I can say. And I suddenly, finally, have someone in my life who she's not on the floor looking up at me telling me how awesome I am. I will tell you that much. You know what she's doing? She's standing in her power saying, I am a motherfucking goddess. And here's why. And she lives that shit. And be offended. I encourage you to be offended by my speech. At this point, no more apologies for who and what I am, who and what I like. None. And if you're offended, well then enjoy that. That seems to be the I don't know, it seems to be what everyone is taking off the a la carte menu these days. It's pretty interesting how sensitive people are, how owie they are. Ow, 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 ow. Don't do that, it hurts my eyes. Don't do that, it hurts my heart. Don't do that, it hurts my soul. Well, good, there's some things that are absolutely grotesque going on. But you get to a certain point and all you want to do is just turn away from it. That's why when people turn away from him thinking, oh, well, they must think I'm really grotesque. And maybe they do. Well, all right. Bye-bye. You got a cute ass. Because funny enough, there are a lot of faces coming toward me, too. Weren't they talking about that? This metaphor about clearings, forks in the road, deciding whether I want to be back in the forest or by the wheat fields, on a mesa, looking at the field, about how far I've come. And funny, isn't it, that in each of those little things, there's always this little man or this big tall being or whatever. There's always help. And that's it. And if I've populated my world because of my openness and because of my abilities to help, that is pristine and never leads me wrong, never, ever leads me wrong, and proves to me consistently that I am protected physically, emotionally, psychically. Why wouldn't I start having individuals show up in my life who can also offer me that? And thank God it's mutual. It's actually mutual. Huh. Imagine such a thing. It's a good thing. So these energetic ping pong doodads that I've been going through, and this just all this stuff, it's all fine. I look at my friends who have their lives. I know one person, one, in all of my reality. No, wait, two people. Beautiful, strong women whose lives really are exactly as they want them to be consciously. And their lives are not at all offensive. They live and breathe loving and being loved. Whew. Generous and kind and creative and intelligent and happy and stable and sturdy. And here I am, as always, in this cauldron of change. Good. Because I know that song of home, of creature comforts and sweet nights and soft mornings and all that stuff. I know that it's out there. I know where I'm going. But here I sit, here I stand, here I dance for now. And so I'm figuring today, well, if this is the order of business, then I'm going to enjoy it. And if the order of business is change, well, guess what? That happens to be my specialty. You do understand that I was born when Mercury was retrograde, right? If the horse isn't bucking, I don't want to be on it. So, definitely Chiron is making its presence known in my life. This, I don't know, Venus, Mercury, Chiron thing, deep. Tom Lesher, Kaipacha, you rock my world. I mean, sometimes I'm listening. It takes me about 6 times to get through videos sometimes. So I have a lot of appreciation for people who listen to my videos because, yeah, I have no attention span. And sometimes it's like, oh, wow, the mass consciousness is going through that. Oh, those poor people. I'm glad I'm not there this week. Wah, wah. And today, it was, once again, shh, everybody. Kaipacha has a special message for the Kathy Vick. Go! Because it was right on time. Boom. And that's what's been really the most fun about Facebook the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. It's just, I guess, really my whole life. The last 3 weeks. Just synchronicity that is very thick. Let's just call it that. And to close, I'll say there's this one video that I don't think I published it. It was really early on. It was during the time when I did a video called Everything is Coded for Awakening. Because that's what they were really, really having fun with that. And literally the synchronicity was so intense that I remember being like this on my computer, laying my head on the computer and saying, as the tape is rolling, there's so much synchronicity. I can't escape it. I can't escape it even if I tried. Because I could see the web. It was just, it was clinging to me and it was like breathing me. It was my lung tissue. It was just intense. And freaky. Not in a bad way, really, but much, just amped up so high, I just couldn't even believe it. It's crazy how everything is coded for awakening. It just is. If you want to see it, awesome. If you don't want to see it, no biggie. It's fine. But yeah, I think, this is the time. Okay, so I'm at the bookstore yesterday. I had such a great time. Oh, God. And the lady there was so sweet, and she said, you wouldn't believe how many people come in. And because I just told her about the video in celebration where I spend 7 minutes going, hold up, everybody. Something's going on here that's really intensely weird, and I like it, and it's good, and I see coherence, and this is big. And then about 8 minutes talking about the psych community, about their definition of delusional, grandiose, all those things that it's like, ugh. Like pus is dripping out of my mouth when I think about all that. Ugh. But yeah, there I am arguing with myself, thinking I'm crazy. And she said, oh my God, you will never believe how many people right now, there's a huge awakening going on. People are coming in here all the time thinking that they're crazy. And she said, yeah, and why wouldn't they? Because the only people they're checking their reality with are people who say, oh, well, you're crazy. Well, and why do they say that, guys? Awakened ones as a group, you wanna say it as a chorus? Is because you're threatening their reality. Ooh. And that's why I was like a fart in church for a long time. Just breathing in and out. I threaten people. I threaten what they think is real and possible. And I didn't think that I carried it, and I didn't think I really had meaning. People switched off. Well, if you got a black and white set and a color set comes in, It's resonance. It's resonance. And now I'm resonating. And I'm finding that as I resonate higher, everybody's resonating higher. So the tribe is awakening. The pod has awakened. And I was doing some mirror work this morning and realized, that first visit to the crystal cave and them channeling, this is the reason behind this is we're awakening the pod. Well, guess what? Guess what? The pod is awakened. So, it's a tough time for a lot of people because realities are cracking open and there are energetic forks in the road. I'm living proof of that. And I'm also living proof of wanting things differently in my reality. I want things different. I want to hold myself differently. That's what it's about. And I'm beginning to get that I have worth enough that I can hold myself differently. And it's not going to be the end of the world if I do. In fact, it's the beginning of the rest of my life. And I began living it in 2011. It's been happening, but it's taken this long to catch up. That voice saying, if you thought you mattered, you wouldn't be in this shit right now. You wouldn't be causing these problems to other people. You wouldn't be causing these problems to yourself if you thought, truly got, you matter. What that means. That's what I've spent the last little bit deciding and realizing and being shown by mystical experience, writing, socializing, loving, being rejecting, instructing, being instructed, humbling and being humbled. So, I'm a liver. And I am extremely responsible. Very responsible. I'm not like the savant who, I've got a wild side. But even that is breathtakingly responsible. Breathtakingly responsible. So, I really like myself. And I think that's really important. It's very easily threatened still in some energies. But if I've always had that little voice saying, you matter, then I'm nobody special. I'm just one person. If I'm this, what are you? I'm your sister. So what does that make you? What does it make you capable of? What does it make possible for you? I'll tell you what it makes possible for me when I'm sitting across from my friend and she's telling me how she conducts her business, how she demonstrates to herself and to me and to the world how valuable she is and how sparkly and how right on time she is. Whew. That's important. And if I can give you that, good. I think that's the point of Deeply Awake. Isn't it, in the end? I always knew I was either going to be the biggest fool in the world or I was going to be outrageously, intensely satisfied and happy and whole. And I'm here to tell you, Even though it gets rough sometimes, even though I get scared. Yeah, petrified. It's the latter, not the former, that's happening. All right. It's a long video, and I don't care. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. So, blessings to you and yours this day and in all days. From your sister. I love you.